for who like branded devices at a low price. They are T+, MX Plus Second, MXQ 4K, Sunvell T95, etc. Take a quick tour at Amazon.com with guaranteed original products and the great money payback policy. Personally, I prefer Amlogic over RockChip, because the broader firmware sources. You can even have a custom ROM with this backed by a company, an aftermarket version of AndroidTV OS for Amlogic devices. There's no doubting that the Amlogic S912 chipset is the more powerful chip of the two, boasting 8 Cortex-A53 ARM cores in a big.LITTLE design. This features 4 cores running at 1.5 GHz with 4 lower power cores running at 1 GHz. This dwarfs the Rockchip RK3328's 4 Cortex-A53 ARM cores running at 1.5 GHz, meaning that the Amlogic S912 tends to outperform Rockchip's processor in CPU-based tasks. Gigabit.com. In some respects, RK3229 is better than S905, and has a better price, but don't keep your hopes up until someone actually tests these devices. On paper, RK3229 has some impressive video decoding capabilities for a spectacular price, but the lack of faster connectivity might prove to be a troublesome. Mimic.com. The technical information should be ignored because their chipset have almost featured that we need for daily basis, stream HD content, play heavy games, wireless cast, etc. I have an MXQ 4K Pro box with 4 USB ports, 1 AV plus 1 SDIF slots, 1 SD reader. Although it does not have Bluetooth and Ethernet port, I stay happy with a strong Wi-Fi signal. Jobs cannot be done with this TV box can be filled with iPad and Android phone easily, though. The fatal problem is I buy it from an unauthorized online store, so it ends up with a clone device from China, no support assistant, no firmware plus TOOLS website download, no update routines. The ridiculous part is this device has 2 stickers, one indicates it is an Amlogic S905, one belongs to Rockchip RK3328, so I need to remove the warranty seal. Look for the board's vendor ID.
I need help bad. I plugged the power of my MXQ Pro 4K, but when I plugged it back again it is going into recovery mode. No matter what I do it keeps on coming back to the recovery mode. Is there any way to fix this, or is this a hardware issue? Freaktab.com.
When I try to factory reset the box, it boots with the initial setup screen as you'd expect. However, when I restart the box, it returns to its pre-reset state, with all my apps and settings as they were before the reset. I have tried the following: full factory reset, installing older firmware, deleting partition cache, then reinstalling the new firmware. AndroidCentral.com. You should. First of all, almost Android TV box has the default method to do factory reset, by inserting a toothpick into a hole during power on connected AC power source the device. However, with China clone devices, the problem is worse than that. The factory installs the firmware without the recovery partition image and even incompatible ROM into the box. Here are some of the most common reasons why people choose to reset Android TV box. When the Android box refuses to boot up, imagine confidently walking to start up your Android TV box, only to notice that it doesn't boot up. Oftentimes the only way to fix this is to start afresh with a complete factory reset. Sluggish speed, installing and using multiple apps and other files on your Android TV box can significantly compromise your viewing experience. Websafetips.com. With genuine devices, these are not so much problem. The main one is device become laggy when you install a lot of apps into it. So we can do factory reset online right from the settings menu of the Android OS. Besides the old school hole method, we can create a backup disk on an SD card via Windows Linux software. The main job is finding the correct firmware from the manufacturer website, if you own a branded ATV box. The easiest way to solve this, without need of short circuit of the NAND pins, is to use Amlogic bootcode maker to make a bootable microSD card with your device stock firmware. ChinagaJetsReviews.com. Some people may confuse about how to use the firmware to update on TV box Fire SD card. Those people love the electronic product but actually, they don't know what inside the Android TV box. Here show you firmware upgrade via SD card, LeoBox.blog. The upgrading process is quite easy if you follow the website instructions of the vendor. However, for a fake device like the cheap China box, we have to get the board ID Bluetooth Wi-Fi and the MMC version inside it, do a Google search and hopefully, there is someone early back at that kind of device firmware and upload it online. For me, the ID leads me to a freaktab.com post about LeoBox's products. Luckily, it is applicable to my device. I have a long story short for the journey, to recover the box back to life. Now make sure no other USB devices or SD card are inserted in the TV box, and insert your bootable SD card or USB flash drive into the TV box. If your TV box is fully bricked, you have nothing to do, and the update should start straight away. But if it is partially bricked, or just working fine, you still need to press the recovery button, apply power, and release the button in order to enter recovery mode. See mxsoftware.com. In short, you can't do anything with it as 99% of ARM devices are pretty custom on how they boot. You may look for community-made images of other Android versions or sometimes Linux desktop images for the SoC CPU of that box and hope it will work after flashing. linuxtechtips.com. Ubus.net. Those Android sticks have an HDMI port. The small processor and memory inside the stick run Android and output it through the HDMI port, which is plugged into your TV. Also, those sticks usually need an external power source. xdadevelopers.com. If you have problems with standard reflashing options, or your device had bricked. Important, users can perform further manipulations only at their own risk, and only if other reflashing options can't help. This option can help if your device got soft or hard bricked.